Malachi Burley, Gianna Jones, Bryson Jackson, Sir Derek Jones. They are part of what we call our TXL team, the Experience Lab team. They work on special projects. So if there's something that we're doing that's a little bit unique, we'll give it to them to work on. Malachi Burley, he's brilliant programming-wise. He can figure out anything. Bryson Jackson is really good with augmented reality. Sir Derek Jones, he's really, really good at texture painting, 3D models. Gianna Jones is very artistic. She's also heavily into the metahuman stuff.
I've been playing video games since I was like 4 or 5. My dad got me into video games and my brother. Mostly fighting games though, so it got pretty competitive. I started playing video games more and learning mechanics, and then I started going on YouTube and stuff and like watching behind the scenes and different type of directors and people that worked on the games telling like the world what happens, and that really piqued my interest. Right now I'm working on facial animations with metahumans, and I'm actually pretty excited about that because it's something that I've been learning since I got here, because that was like the main thing that piqued my interest when I found out what a metahuman was, because it's facial animation, mocap, stuff like that. Because I've always wanted to like learn about the games where how like actual actors when they import their face into the games, and how does the voice acting work, like what is deemed a good voice actor in a video game. I've always wanted to learn like the behind the process of that. So learning, like being able to do it here without like all that like really expensive equipment, and like most of it's free. I just need like an iPad. It's actually pretty cool. As a young lady, it is hard because the usual thing is no one's gonna really expect a young lady to be in the field in the first place. So that's usually the question. And honestly, it's actually not that hard to get along with the people, and they're like shocked sometimes because they wouldn't expect like a young lady to be interested in what we're doing or what we're learning per se, because it's not something that a young lady would usually be interested in. I don't struggle anymore with school, especially since I got to Choffin, because my teacher and the peers that I have around me, they're actually like really helpful. They might not seem like it, but they really are. They make my day like pretty cool and better.
This is not me. I could make me with the new Unreal face mapping, but this is what I made so far before I decide to make myself and animate myself. So I'm using LiveLink to move this metahuman around in real time. And it's honestly really simple to set up. And I take recordings and I bake my recordings and turn them into animations.
After graduation, students can go on and they could work for different studios that are working with programming, with VR, AR, or they could go into to college and they can learn more, or they could go to the military. Virtual reality and augmented reality is really heavy in the military right now, so it just puts them a step ahead of other people that are just entering these fields after graduation.
Our mission here is opportunity. It's success for students. That is what education is all about from an institutional standpoint. It's my core, mission as an administrator here. Providing opportunities for students is one thing, but it's also providing an opportunity for growth at a regional, national level for those industries that need our workers so bad.
Yeah, when I'm like watching movies and playing video games, like I notice things that I would never usually see if I didn't know all this stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
It's a very vast technical skill that we cover. Everything from programming all the way to audio and even video. We are doing things that other universities are, or other schools, but even universities are doing. So that's putting us in a position to where we could be early adopters, at least at an institutional level, to bring this opportunity to our students, give them a head start.
When I graduate, I want to go to Full Sail University. It's down in Florida. That's like the biggest industry name for college in the nation, and a lot of successful people have come out of Full Sail, actually.
I think for me, the biggest thing that really excites me is when you see a student create that thing for the first time that gets them excited. And they may have been struggling with it for weeks, maybe even months, they couldn't figure it out, and all of a sudden they had that aha moment, and it all comes together, and you could just see them light up, and you know, it's the joy in that. It's for me, that's the rewarding part of the job, is seeing them get to experience that for the first time.
I see myself being in some type of tech job. I want to work at either Apple or like Microsoft, one of those big ones.
Our students can walk out of our building and work for Pixar and work for those national companies that, worldwide companies that provide that.
Choffin has shot me through the roof.